We've been told for decades that longevity is a game of chance. You're told that you either have the good genes or you don't. You're led to believe that after 60, your body is essentially on a one-way slide towards slowing down, and all you can do is hold on tight. But let's be honest here, that is a complete fabrication. Your body isn't a ticking time bomb. It's a self-renewing biological masterpiece that is constantly looking for a reason to stay young. The problem isn't your age. The problem is that the longevity switch inside your cells has been covered in decades of biological dust. Most people spend their lives looking for the fountain of youth in a pill bottle. But the real secret is much simpler. It's a mechanical key that you can turn every single day to reignite your internal spark. By the time we're done today, you'll know exactly where that switch is and how to flip it to on. You might have noticed that some people seem to have an ageless quality about them. They have a certain vibrancy in their eyes and a spring in their step that defies the calendar. It's not because they've discovered a magic potion. It comes down to what I call the pump and pipe logic. Think of your body as a complex network of irrigation. Your blood flow is the water, and your vessels are the pipes. As we get older, those pipes don't just wear out, they become stagnant. When the water stops moving, the garden starts to wither. Longevity isn't about adding years to your life. It's about keeping the water moving through the pipes so the garden stays green. If the cellular communication between your brain and your heart is clear, your body will continue to repair itself just like it did in your 20s. Before we get into the heavy lifting, I want to give you a micro win right now. Something you can do the second this video ends. Go to your spice cabinet and find the cinnamon. But here is the catch. If it's the common cassia cinnamon found in most grocery stores, it might be doing more harm than good for your liver. You want to switch to Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon. Just half a teaspoon of this in your morning tea or over your breakfast acts like a pipe cleaner for your blood sugar. It helps your cells become more sensitive to energy, which stops the sludge from building up in your arteries. It's a 30-second habit that can prevent the midday battery drain almost immediately. But cleaning the pipes is only the beginning. To truly unlock longevity, we have to look at the physical frame. Take Arthur, for example. Arthur is 68, and he told me he felt like a rusty gate. Every time he moved, something creaked. He thought his internal spark had simply burnt out. I told him, Arthur, your spark isn't gone, it's just grounded. This brings us to the first pillar of our vitality protocol, the earth grounding reset. Most of us spend 24 hours a day insulated from the world. We wear rubber-soled shoes, we walk on carpet, and we sleep in elevated beds. We're essentially static charged batteries that never get plugged into a ground wire. This buildup of static interferes with your cellular communication. I had Arthur spend just 10 minutes a day standing barefoot on the grass or even a stone patio. This allows the excess electrical noise in your body to discharge. Within 3 days, Arthur noticed that the buzzing in his joints had calmed down. He wasn't taking more medicine, he was just letting his body's electrical system find its 0 point. Once your electrical system is grounded, we have to look at the oxygen delivery. This is the second pillar of longevity, the CO2 bridge. You've been told to take a deep breath your whole life, but most people are actually over-breathing. We take these short, gasping breaths that actually starve our tissues of oxygen. It's a paradox of biology. If you breathe too much, the oxygen stays stuck in your blood and can't get into your cells. I want you to practice nose only breathing for just 5 minutes every morning. By breathing only through your nose, you increase a gas called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a pipe expander. It relaxes your blood vessels and allows that vibrant, oxygen-rich blood to reach the tiny cellular communication centers in your brain. Arthur started doing this while he was reading the morning paper. He noticed that his hands and feet, which were usually cold, started to feel warm again. That's the internal spark returning to the extremities. It's the pump and pipe system finally reaching the end of the line. Now, while we're talking about what goes into the body, we have to address a common mistake that is a total longevity killer. It's how we hydrate. Most people drink cold, dead water all day long, but your cells are warm-blooded. When you dump ice cold water into your system, your body has to spend precious energy heating it up before it can even use it. It's like throwing ice cubes into a hot engine. Instead, I want you to try the solar infusion. Drink your water at room temperature, and if you can, let it sit in a glass bottle in the sunlight for 20 minutes. This small shift makes the water more bioavailable. It slides into your cells without any resistance, flushing out the metabolic soot that causes aging. But even with the best water and the best breathing, there is one major habit trap that can stall your progress. We live in a world of constant sitting. When you sit for more than an hour, your gravity pump, the large muscles in your legs, effectively turns off. This causes your blood to pool and your vibrancy to plummet. To fix this, we use the 6-0 minute squeeze. Every hour, no matter what you're doing, you stand up and squeeze every muscle in your body as hard as you can for 10 seconds. From your toes to your fists, this acts like a manual override for your circulation. It forces the blood back toward your heart and brain, clearing out the stagnation that leads to long-term decline. Arthur used to sit in his recliner for 3 hours at a time. After he started the 6-0 minute squeeze, he told me he felt like he'd had a double espresso without the jitters. He was finally keeping the water moving in his pipes. Now that we've addressed the electrical grounding, the oxygen bridge, and the gravity pump, we need to talk about the longevity superfood that most people are completely ignoring. It's not an exotic berry from the rainforest. It's something sitting in the back of your fridge right now that can literally rewire your gut. If you're finding this helpful and you're starting to see how your body is more like a classic car that just needs a tune-up rather than an old machine that's broken, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us keep this hidden research coming to you so you can keep your engine running at peak performance. The secret I'm talking about is structured sulfur, found in things like onions, garlic, and cruciferous vegetables. Sulfur is the glue of youth. It's what keeps your joints bouncy and your skin resilient. But as we get older, our cellular communication for sulfur starts to break down. We need to help it along with a specific synergy secret that involves a simple movement you can do in your kitchen chair. The synergy secret I'm talking about is the twist and torque. While you're sitting there, I want you to gently rotate your torso from side to side while taking those deep, nose-only breaths. This isn't just a stretch, it's a sponge effect for your internal organs. It literally squeezes the stagnant blood out of your liver and kidneys and allows fresh, sulfur-rich blood to rush back in. Arthur started doing this kitchen twist while his morning tea was steeping, and he said it felt like someone had finally oiled the hinges of his midsection. He wasn't just moving, he was detoxifying his internal pipes in real time. But even with the best internal plumbing, we have to address the classic car reality. If you have a 1,965 Mustang, you don't take it out and redline the engine for 4 hours straight. You treat it with respect. You use smart substitutions. Many seniors think they need to push through the pain with high-impact exercise. Let's be honest here, that is a recipe for a breakdown. Your longevity doesn't come from heavy lifting. It comes from consistent flow. Instead of a grueling run that jars your joints, choose a purposeful, brisk walk where you focus on your internal spark. Imagine a golden thread pulling the top of your head toward the sky. This alignment shift reduces the wear and tear on your frame by 50% instantly. Now, let's put all of this into a seamless sunrise to sunset synergy routine. This is the manual for your daily restoration. When you wake up, you start with the earth grounding reset. 5 to 10 minutes of bare feet on the earth to discharge the static. Follow this with your solar infusion, that room temperature water that has seen the sun. This primes the pump. Throughout the morning, you practice the CO2 bridge, breathing only through your nose to keep those pipes expanded and your brain sharp. In the afternoon, you implement the 6-0-minute squeeze. Never let your engine idle for too long. Every hour, you stand, you squeeze, and you reset the gravity pump. For lunch and dinner, you focus on those structured sulfur foods, the onions, the garlic, the broccoli, to keep the glue of youth active in your joints. As the sun begins to set, you move into the vibrancy close. You perform the twist and torque to wring out the day's stress. You dim the lights to protect your cellular communication for the night ahead. By the time you lay down, your body isn't exhausted. It's satisfied. It's been maintained, oiled, and aligned all day long. I know there are days when you feel like the rust has moved too deep. You might think, I'm 75, my back is gone, and my energy is a memory. But I want you to listen closely. Your body is a biological miracle that is programmed for survival. It is waiting for you to give it the right signals. When you start grounding, breathing, and squeezing, you are sending a vitality signal to every single cell. You are telling your heart that the race isn't over. You are telling your brain that there is still more to see. This is about more than just living a long time. This is about the dignity of ease. It's about being the person who can still get down on the floor to play with the grandkids and, more importantly, get back up without help. It's about having the confidence that your body is your partner, not your enemy. Longevity is the reward for a life lived in harmony with your pump and pipe mechanics. You aren't too old to be vibrant. You've just been missing the manual. But now you have the keys. You have the secret to the daily switch. Arthur didn't get younger by magic. He got younger by mechanics. And you can do the exact same thing starting tomorrow morning. If you want to see the specific nighttime protocol that ensures your repair crew stays on the job while you sleep, you need to see our next session. Click right here to head over to Longevity Lane with Dr. Mandell. We're going to show you how to finish the day as strong as you started it. I'll see you over there.